What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Wednesday. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah had big plans for the offensive line this offseason, where he took a look at what happened last year when Kirk Cousins had a career high in pressures and sacks, and just like, hey, let's not bring in any significant free agents. Let's not spend any draft picks on the offensive line. Let's re-sign Garrett Bradbury and roll with it, right? But there's been an issue with depth. Evidenced by the two preseason games. Second and third team offensive line are certainly not up to snuff. So the question is Kwesi going to do anything about it? Now, yes, you could search the bottom of the barrel and wait to see who gets cut at 53-man cutdowns and try and develop there. But what about the hard and fast, spend a little bit of money, honey, and make things feel good right now? Where Dalton Risner, is he asking for too much money? Does he want a guaranteed starting spot? I don't know. But as the regular season barrels along, is he going to be in purple? He seems to want to be here. The question is, what is the holdup there? But what if the Vikings go in a different direction? Say they don't want to pay $7-8 million per year for Dalton Risner, and say they want to pay the league minimum. What could go wrong by bringing in the veteran? That's right, Jason Peters, former Philadelphia Eagles legend, and I don't care that he's 41. He can still do it. He can still do the damn thing. And it's reported the last couple days, Schefter, go. Nine-time Pro Bowl offensive tackle Jason Peters, who is a free agent, said today he still plans to play the season in what would be his 20th NFL season. Peters started his NFL career as an undrafted free agent in 2004 in Buffalo. And it's even more hilarious than that. Not only was he an undrafted free agent in 2004, he was a blocking tight end for the Razorbacks, and he had to learn how to play offensive tackle, and got his start in Buffalo and did amazing things. And now Jason Peters, even though he's a 19-year veteran, he wants to play again, and he's more than just a tackle, which yes, he certainly is. But when he's had to play guard over the last couple of seasons, he's done pretty damn well. And frankly, would a 41-year-old Jason Peters be an upgrade right meow over Ezra or Ed Ingram? It's pretty close. The fact that it gives you cause for pause is enough to bring him in at least for depth. So let's talk about Jason Peters today. Background, 41 years young, 6'4", 328, 2004 UDFA out of Arkansas, like we mentioned. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. But yeah, the pride of Arkansas doing the damn thing. He's a 19-year veteran, 9-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 4-time second-team All-Pro. And the thing is, like, at his peak, at his height, the mid 2010s with the Eagles, he was probably the best left tackle in football. Like it was probably him and Trent Williams. He was on the 2010s All-Decade team. I mean, Jason Peters could do the damn thing, man. But as he aged out in Philly, they started kicking him inside. Gave way to Jordan Mailata, as well as he spent a year with the Bears in 2021, which he was still fine. And then last year, he played a mix of left tackle, left guard, and right guard for the Cowboys. Posted a 70.2 PFF grade, only allowed 12 pressures and 1 sack, which is, I don't know what, a normal drive for the Vikings at this point. I don't know. But the question is, I fully understand it. Why? Why? Well, here's the thing. This is not a charity case. This is not paying a guy because of name value. Jason Peters at 41, going to be 42 in January, he can still play. And that's the damn thing about it. And also, you got veteran depth at 4 spots. He's played left tackle from back in the day, but also he's played guard over the last couple of years. He's played some right tackle, so that takes care of that. Also, he still has an amazing anchor. Like, he's still a great athlete, maybe not as fast and quick as he used to be, but you can't move him. That's the thing, too. He still's got that man-sized strength. League minimum salary last year for the Cowboys. He played for the league minimum. Probably is going to be a redo of that again. Also, it shows the offensive line that they're not effing around. Just like, hey, just because you've been here, hey, Blake Brandel, hey, Schlutman, hey, Alan Ali, hey, Oli Uda, hey, Vadarian Lowe, just because you've been here and just because you've been on the second team, your spot ain't guaranteed, right? And we're continuing to churn and burn, try and improve every single spot on this roster. Your spot ain't safe unless you really do step it up. And then also, a mentor for Christian Darrisaw, where you look at the Vikings. I mean, you have a couple veterans with O'Neal and Bradbury and Chris Reed, but is there really a guy who's been out there on the blind side, been there, done that, and could show Christian Darrisaw a thing or two? Because like I said, for for a number of years in the mid-2010s, Jason Peters was the best left tackle in the game. You don't think that Christian Darrisaw could pick up a thing or two from him? And it would just be beautiful, man. It really would. I mean, Jason Peters, people forget, like Jason Peters at his peak was that dude, man. He was absolutely that dude. Also, it would appease fans where we're just like, hey, do something. Do something. Now, I would prefer Reisner, even at the additional cost, but adding Jason Peters at the league minimum at a complete zero risk, a potentially high reward spot, I ain't got no problem with that. I really don't. And I understand, signing Jason Peters potentially takes the spot away from a developmental guy. Don't care. Don't care. You want to be good now? You want to be good 2-3 years from now, because you got to stop being half pregnant. Are you going for the pin this year? If so, bring in Dalton Reisner. If so, bring in Jason Peters. Bring them both in. Don't care, because the offensive line depth, not even beyond just talking about replacing Ezra and Ed Ingram, but the depth. Vederian Lowe is young. He's getting there. Sure, Blake Brandel has really been terrible at guard. He wasn't that great at backup left tackle last year either. Schlutman, fine. Alan Ali, maybe he'll develop. Oli Udo's been dreadful at right tackle in the 2 preseason games. And everyone else, besides Chris Reed, maybe Jack Snyder, but everyone else is sort of whatever at this point. So would Jason Peters come in and be on the 53? Yes, he would. Would he potentially start? I wouldn't put it past anyone. I wouldn't put it past anyone. But like I said, absent signing Dalton Reisner, and if you don't want to spend the $7-8 million, spend the league minimum on Jason Peters. Just do it. Just do it. Plant the flag. Again, it costs you basically nothing, and you get this great veteran who has a great anchor, still has a great ass, can still get after it, and it sends a message to the offensive lines like, hey, we ain't complacent anymore. We're going for it. We're bringing in him, in Jason Peters. We're going to put him in. We're going to start him. We're going to do whatever at minimum, high-end veteran depth at 4 spots. So just do it. One time out. But your thoughts are thoughts. Why the Vikings should sign veteran Jason Peters. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol Production Value.